With the rain now past us, temperatures are expected to rise as we are watching Kopi's forecast. What better time to get out into the yard and garden? Christina Lopez is live at Belmont Nursery with some springtime gardening tips and some celebrations on the way. Christina, good morning.
Good morning, Kim. Good morning to all of you at home. What a beautiful way to celebrate spring. We are in the midst of Belmont Nursery ahead of its 80th anniversary next year. If you can believe it, it's been in the valley 80 beautiful years. And the blooms, they're celebrating with us this morning. We are joined live by Lourdes de la Peña. She is a landscaping designer here with Belmont Nursery. Thank you so much.
Hi, thank you.
Tell me what ideas you offer to visitors to the nursery.
We have this program that is we plan, you plant. So we plan all your backyard, your front yard, whatever you need. If you need it just to spruce it up, we do that. But if you need us to put hardscaping, landscaping, whatever you need, we tell you which plants are the best for your area, if you have a shady backyard or front yard, or if you have it full sun, that it's usually what happens here, and which plants will be the best for you. Because in this area, we have to work with very special plants because they had to take care of the heat and also the frost.
Absolutely.
So that's what we usually do. You call us, we go, we assess what you need, and then we develop a plan for you.
There you go. And how big is Belmont Nursery if no one's ever been here before? What could they expect? I mean, I see so many different types of trees and plants, obviously.
Yes, you can find any kind of plants, trees. We have also some agaves, all kind of different type of plants. This is all our showroom, but also we have other yards that we develop the growing of the plants there.
And this is your office space. I mean, you get to create and dream in this space. How lucky are you?
Yeah, I love it. So I love what I do. I love plants and I love the design more than anything. I love design. So when you give me an empty canvas or your front yard or your backyard, my brain just goes on and start developing ideas for you.
Absolutely. And these renderings are so beautiful. They're so intricate. The detailing here is pretty phenomenal. How long does it take for you to conceive all the way to reality for some of these plants?
It varies in size and what you want. If you just want plants, it will take less hours. But if you want some hardscape, for example, in this one, we have an outdoor kitchen and we have some seating areas and pathways and all that kind. So it varies between 2 to 20 hours.
Sure.
So it just, that's why we go first and assess what you need, and we give you a quote for our time.
Lourdes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
What beautiful work you do here. Wow. I may just have to utilize your skills at my home as well.
Thank you.
Belmont Nursery, truly a beautiful experience here, celebrating its 80th anniversary next year. If you haven't visited the nursery, come on down. It is gorgeous. There are so many blooms, so much color here in this nursery. We are live in Fresno for Great Day. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, and kind of placed around so you can figure out, all right, now am I going to have to, I need to find something that takes full sun or takes very little water, you know, how to balance that. It could be overwhelming.
Absolutely. There's just so many options here, Kim.
Yeah. And groovy macrame behind you. Remember that from the 70s. Thank you.
Absolutely. There you go. Yes. A little throwback here. There you go.
It's back. Thank you. Belmont Nursery is in full bloom. Spring has hit the Fresno's historic garden grounds. Christina Lopez is live at Belmont Nursery to show us what is in bloom and what is in season. Good morning.
Good morning, Kim. It's hard not to have a good morning when you're standing inside the center of Belmont Nursery ahead of its 80th anniversary. We've now moved to the greenhouse where it is full of beautiful, luscious houseplants. And if you're in, the market for an emotional support plant, perhaps, yes, they have it all here. And it is so colorful and so vibrant. This morning, I am joined live by Chelsea Boyd-Milling. She is the assistant retail manager here at Belmont Nursery. Thank you so much for joining us, Chelsea.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Tell me about this space.
So this is our retail jungle house, we call it. It's full of all different houseplants, flowering, non-flowering, some that just have really cool foliage. We have great beginner plants, some more advanced plants. Yeah, it's just full of awesome houseplants.
I love it. Now tell me about water-wise plants.
So water-wise plants, if you are the type of person that doesn't want to take a lot of time with your plants, or you just don't want to use a lot of water, snake plants, those are a go-to. These guys, I say they're allergic to water. They really don't like to be watered very much. They like their roots to be very tightly contained. Same with these guys. These are rubber plants. Really, really nice to look at, and same thing, you want to let them completely dry out before you give them any water.
And those plants do really well, especially in the Central Valley where there's so much dry conditions right now.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And what are the most popular plants? People come in here and they probably have a vision or maybe a gift for somebody. What do they tend to pick up?
So probably the most popular would be this Monstera right here. It's got these really nice fenestrated leaves. Fenestration just means window. It's just translates to a window in the leaf. A cousin to it is this one right here. It's called a dragon tail. So it's got those nice fenestrations. They're fun. People love watching those leaves, unfurl and oh my gosh, I got more fenestrations.
Beautiful.
Ones that are used for gifts a lot are the flowering ones. The flowering begonias, those are very popular. They're gorgeous. They do like moisture, so you've got to give them lots of moisture, along with the African violets, huge houseplant.
Absolutely
gift.
beautiful. I mean, there is just so much here to explore. There's 10 acres here that you were mentioning, and an additional 2 10-acre areas for a total of 30 acres. I mean,
That's
my
right.
goodness, so much to see and do. Chelsea, thank you so much for your time this
of
morning.
course.
I am really falling in love with flowers this morning. It is absolutely stunning here. Like I mentioned, the blooms are fantastic, and there is so much vibrant color here at the Belmont Nursery ahead of its 80th anniversary next year. I'm Christina Lopez, live at Belmont Nursery. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
The sun is shining, the flowers are blooming. Well, at least if you had some flowers.
Christina Lopez is live at Belmont Nursery with a look at how you can rejuvenate your garden and maybe your soul. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning to you, Jim and Kim. We have moved on to the tree portion of the nursery, and it is luscious and just as vibrant as the blooms in the greenhouse. I'm joined this morning with certified arborist Betsy Thornburg. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tell me, what can visitors expect when they purchase a tree here at Belmont Nursery?
They get good advice as to how to plant it, planting instructions. We request and ask them if they would like to buy good soil so we can get those roots started and get a good start for that tree.
Absolutely. And I see behind me this gorgeous green Japanese maple. And you told me just earlier that it's about 25 years old. My goodness.
It's an old one. You can tell by the trunk, the caliper.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. And of course you have variations of trees here. What other trees do you have here available?
A lot. A week ago Monday I was on with Jim and Kim. Hey Jim, hey Kim. And I talked about the Rosalinda Indian Hawthorn tree. It's a great tree. It's all budded up, starting to bloom. It's an evergreen tree. It only gets 10 to 12 feet. And it's just a nice focal point tree. It gets kind of a mushroom head, and it looks good all year round. Takes the heat.
I love it. And I have to tell you, trees make beautiful gifts. I have to say, one of my wedding gifts was an orange tree.
Nice.
That we planted. And now, obviously, it's producing some beautiful citrus for us. But such a lovely gift idea as well.
It is. It's a memorial type thing. It's always there. When you look at it, it will remember the thoughts you had or why it was planted.
Absolutely. And I see behind us as well, there is some new trees coming soon that you have available as well.
Not quite sure what those are yet, but wide variety of trees that we can plant here in the valley. Some more drought tolerant than others. This one happens to be the Rosalinda, a good drought tolerant.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Thank
trees
you.
with color as well.
Thank you so much, Betsy, for your insight and your expertise this morning.
You're
We
welcome.
definitely appreciate it. Learning something new at the nursery here at Belmont Nursery. They are preparing for their 80th anniversary, set to happen next year. I'm going to peruse through the plant section next, Kim and Jim. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. lovely Japanese maple.
Yeah.
Belmont Nursery is in full bloom.
Christina Lopez is live at the nursery with a special tour. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Kim and Jim. We are talking Early Girl, Heartbreaker, Legend, and Oregon. Do you know what those are? Probably not. But you have heard of heirloom tomatoes. Yes, we are talking about tomatoes. It's tomato season, and we are in the midst of it, and we are so excited. Here joining me this morning is John Realhorn. He is the owner of the beautiful Belmont Nursery. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thanks for coming out.
I've had such a great time getting a tomato education from you.
Tomatoes are fun.
Yes.
Tomatoes are fun. So there's the staple tomatoes. You want to have the early gill in your yard because it's fast. If you plant an early gill now, you'll have tomatoes by 4th of July.
There you go.
It's a big one. And you want to have an ace tomato because this is the standard. This grows really well, mid-sized tomato, and you always get them. So put an early gill in your yard, put an ace in your yard. You got an early one that has mid-sized fruit, and then the ace a little bit bigger and fruit all through the season.
I love it. And you told me about a 2-pound tomato. My goodness.
That one's called Believe It or Not.
I can't believe it.
Bright red and great for slicing. Massive fruits can get to 2 pounds, very juicy, smooth, and intermediate tomato, which
Now-
means it's a tall one.
John, I love pizza. What is the best type of tomato to make a delicious pizza?
Well, Roma tomatoes are the classic for salsa, of course, but any of the slicing tomatoes are really good for pizza. Now, what might not be good for pizza, but it's awfully fun, is Heartbreaker tomato.
Oh, gosh.
And it's a hanging basket tomato.
There you go.
And they call it Heartbreaker because those little tomatoes look like hearts and they get red, of course.
Isn't that something?
So that's really fun. But there's
Nature.
black tomatoes and there's yellow tomatoes.
There you go. You could be here all day. And I just might. There's so much to learn, so much to explore here at this beautiful nursery. It is over 30 acres, and there is just so much vibrant color, so many beautiful blooms. But of course, they also have fresh vegetables as well. So if you are interested in growing your garden and growing your really your knowledge base on vegetables, come on down to Belmont Nursery. John here will give you an education that really will open your mind, and really you'll have some fun. I'm Christina Lopez, live at Belmont Nursery. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Open your mind so that you can open your mouth
Right.
and be happy. Thank you, Christina. It is 9:37.